And then you'd get, you know, that extra vision, so it'd sort of be like normal, but, you know, now that it's reduced vision on everything, it's actually extremely hard to team fight and to play around this Night Stalker hero now, so I won't be too surprised if we don't see it in any of these games.
Night Stalker is a hero that I've seen firsthand. He can demolish games, he can snowball. He doesn't give a crap about tower diving, especially at nighttime. The new day-night cycle thing with darkness is kind of frightening as well, and he's just very difficult to lock down. He snowballs so effectively, and you talk about snowballing, and that's just one of the ways that you can run over a team and just have a really rough time if you're on the opposite side. So for Team Secret, they make sure that's not available in the pool. Bane will be the grab for Virtus.pro. They want to make sure that there is, number one, this is a twofold pick. You can sort of lock down the puck, but you can also make sure that Team Secret doesn't get it if they wanted to get locked down against the Lycan. But with a Dazzle and Elder Titan, I don't think they would have gone for it regardless. So.
Yeah, it's also a hero that isn't as susceptible to the burst of puck, at least in the early game, because of the high stat gain coming up from Bane. So I think this is a pretty good pick in this situation. It's going to give them a lot of lockdown, like you said. And I also kind of like it with Lycan, because Lycan's a hero with, I would say he's one of the more bursting carries, just because of how much damage output he has. And with the Bane, if someone gets gripped and Lycan's there, they're just going to instantly die unless they get graved.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. This Bane could be a huge pickup for Virtus.pro, but what I'm looking forward to right now is Kuroky's pick. And also what Misery is going to be playing. Misery in the offlane. Of course, the new offlaner coming in for Team Secret. I mean, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 games with him in it, and he's played really well every game I've watched. And he's playing at a high level currently, I think, for Team Secret. So.
Could also be a puck offlane.
That could work as well.
Consider.
But I don't know, man. S4 playing this hero just seems too good to me. But again, the option is open. They can throw it around. They can talk about it. They are taking a lot of time here in the reserve time. They're thinking it over, saying, "Listen, what do we want here? We're gonna grab something." Kuroky's hero. He has a pretty large hero pool. It's the biggest understatement of the century. Yeah, Kuroky's got a pretty big hero pool. Axe is gonna come out from Team Secret. Oh my.
This is interesting. So they're sort of going for that. Basically, I guess you could say like PyCat started this trend where they, when he was on Mouse, they would just aggressive try lane or get the axe into whatever lane Lycan's in. But it's very important that you actually scout what lane Lycan's in. Because if Lycan's not against Axe in the lane, then it's not really a counter, because once Lycan gets farmed enough, Axe doesn't really do anything to Lycan. So it'll be interesting to see if Secret are able to, you know, either figure out what lane Lycan's going to be in, or if they scout well enough to figure out where Lycan's going to be going, because that's really important when you pick this Axe.
Yeah, you make a really good point. I feel like once it hits the later game, Team Secret have nothing right now. I mean, a farm puck is good, a farm max is good, Elder Titan will be good in the late game, but the question is, I think, is this going to be a Kuroky axe, or is this more than likely going to be like a Misery axe, or do they send Puck to the offlane and then maybe have Kuroky play a mid hero? What's the options here for Team Secret?
I still think at this point you pick a carry. So they could, I mean, they can pretty much pick whatever they want. Virtus.pro going to go ahead and pick up the Storm Spirit, so that's, yeah, I mean, it could be mid or safe lane. They've pretty much left their options open. So both of these heroes are pretty flexible with their laning, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Secret to figure out where this Lycan is going to be going for sure. But yeah, I definitely think that they're going to last pick some sort of carry here. Maybe an anti-mage, or I mean, what else can they pick here?
For Secret?
Yeah, I'm thinking like Slark's not so good against Storm. I mean, it's okay, but
they don't have enough range to pick Drow, and I don't know. There's a couple
they
heroes
like
that play
anti-mage.
The thing is, Kuroky, like I said, he has such a wide hero pool.
Maybe Naga, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. If you put, and you could put him in the mid lane as well, and then set Puck off lane, and then Axe, Dazzle, Elder Titan, and do like a tri lane with those, and or even do solo safe lane Puck. I mean, that's an option as well. Again, they only have 1 second left in reserve time. The last couple of bans, they do ban out the Terrorblade. Kuroky hasn't played that as much since the nerfs, and yeah, we'll see.
I actually like the Naga pick a lot. It'll have a heal bomb with Dazzle. Oh, it's gonna be a PA.
They go with the PA.
There's actually, you can justify pretty much every pick here. PA is quite good as well because they don't really have a lot of magical burst damage. They have some decent magical damage over time, but nothing that will frighten the PA early game. So PA is going to have a pretty easy time. I think it's definitely a hero that is good against Lycan because you force him to go an item that he doesn't really want to go in the MKB. I definitely think this is also a strong pick.
Lycan is not the best MKB carrier in the world, but at the same time, you've got to try to find a way to shut down this Phantom Assassin. They go for the Enigma, so that's one way to do Black Hole and being able to just get a big team fight going their way. I'm scared that they might shut this Enigma down in the jungle early on, and they have aggressive potential, but we'll wait and see. And literally, they could have picked any hero, I think, last pick for Secret, and they would have been fine. Just any hero, I think you're right about that, so...
I wonder if there's going to be an aggressive tri-lane now that's come out from Secret, because they actually...
They could get away with it.
Well, I think if you do something like an Axe, Dazzle, Elder Titan, and then you do Puck, safe lane, PA mid, they could have some issues, or even you could aggro tri-lane with the PA, possibly. It's just because they're going to have a dual lane in the safe lane, I believe, with a Bane. It's either going to be Bane Storm or Bane Lycan, and neither of those are very frightening dual lanes.
I think you might send Lycan, and so it's looking more like a safe lane Lycan than anything else at this point, but no. Theory is always the hardest part for me. We'll see how this does turn out as we have Secret versus Virtus.pro, a 5-game series, guys, a maximum of 5 games today here for Dota Pit. Again, we've been through lots of trials and tribulations throughout this entire season, some great, fantastic Dota games, but now a big one at stake here. Will we see 2 CIS teams go at it in the grand finals, or will Secret join Virtus.pro Polar for that grand final slot? We'll have to wait and see as we will get underway. In terms of your rosters, on your Radiant side for Virtus.pro, you got Yodes, or Sidori if you will, change his name up, the THG or Jakiro up in the top lane, so it is the core Jakiro, no surprise there. G playing the Storm Spirit in the mid lane. Down bottom we will have Jotum playing his Bane, BZZ or BZZ is perfect on the Lycan, and Yol is going to be playing the Enigma. Some YOLO Black Holes, hopefully. We'll see how it goes for VP.
And then on the side of Secret on the Dire in the safe lane, it looks like we're going to have Kuroki playing that safe lane carry Axe. Puppy's going to be on the Dazzle. Big Daddy No Tail is going to be playing his Elder Titan in the mid lane. We're going to have S4 on the Phantom Assassin, which we saw him playing yesterday. And off lane, we're going to have Misery on the Puck.
So what was interesting was that they had S4 picking up the Axe early on, but they decided to swap. They will go for some rune contention here for Secret. They don't want to give anything away. They'll pick up one bounty rune. Jotum will grab the other bottom. Couple wards here in the bottom area, near the bottom rune spot. They actually block a camp with one of these Dire Observer wards, so just making sure that the camp is blocked for the Enigma, who he'll head to the jungle, unsurprisingly. Not going to go aggro jungle or anything like that, but they won't go aggro tri-lane. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think they could have done so with Secret.
I mean, especially with the lane setup coming up from VP, if they have an aggro Axe tri-lane bottom, I'm not sure what their response is because they have a Lycan Bane in this lane. And I think Puck would do quite well in a 1v1 against Jakiro, at least early.
Brokey not skilling yet. He does go Berserker's Call, but they don't really have damage. They have no counter helix, but the body blocks coming out from No Tail. Will this be your first blood? Ice Path going to go through, and Sidoi will be able to eat his tree and survive. If they had one more hero there, say if Dazzle had rotated, they would have gotten that kill, but they are already putting pressure here on Sidoi early on in this game. And this is what they could have done down bottom like you were talking about. And by the way, Kuroki Axe. This guy is known for his farming prowess, but now we're going to see how he can jam.
It is a little interesting though to have a safe lane Axe tri-lane against a solo because I'm not too sure how this works. Counter Helix is a skill that does push the lane, so maybe he actually opts to not skill anything early just so that he makes sure that he doesn't push the lane at all. Because you don't want to be giving free experience to the offlaner.
So you just think he holds his points for Kuroki?
Yeah, I think he might hold the points, or just maybe never aggro the creeps.
It's going to be a difficult task for him. I mean, the thing is, he is going to go for counter helix, and he wants to be able to get those kills on the THG. And we've talked about how often that Jakiros can get ganked in the off lane. It's definitely they're susceptible to getting pressured, and it's going to be a tall order for Sidoi. It's certainly not easy, but we'll keep our eye on that top lane as mid lane S4 and G are going toe-to-toe. It is important to note a lot of the CS is going the way of Virtus.pro, so a good start for them, but the first gank will dictate the pace of the play, and so far nothing going on. It's just kind of a relaxing, let's sit back, let's do some farming kind of Dota gaming.
Yep. VP definitely doing well in the mid lane especially. I don't think, has she missed a CS yet? He's sitting at 12.
He's certainly up there, man.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually missed a CS yet.
Uh-oh. Sidoi going to avoid a stomp. Puppey has his poison touch. Sidoi's going to try to eat his way. Gets body blocked. And they get the Hadouken going. Counter helix. Kuroky's looking for a Berserker's Call, and this should be a kill if he gets it off. And he gets body blocked by No Tail a bit. Kuroky has range. He can use it now. He will. And there goes the Berserker's Call. The Shadow Wave, the stomp. Easy first blood going out for No Tail, and this is what I was talking about. I mean, Jakiro is strong. He's tanky, but he's not tanky enough to stand up against 3 giant men. Well, 2 giant men and a weird Shadow Priest thing.
Yeah, so they're doing a good job putting a lot of pressure onto this off-lane Jakiro, but, you know, it is still a safe lane Axe, which, you know, it's not too scary. Once he gets the Blink Dagger, though, he's going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto these lanes, but it's not a hero that you're too worried about getting farm going into the late game.
You want Blink Dagger, maybe another item, and then you know you kind of have to be careful when those items come out, and then that's about it. The Stomp coming in, G is gonna get hit up, but there's no follow up as the TP rotation does get canceled. I think once they realized G was probably safe, they cancel the TP and they make sure they stay. I think it was down bottom, perhaps. I'm not sure. I don't think Yul had a TP, and he's still farming away. Yul's just gonna be AFK farming for a bit. Misery down bottom, nothing going on there, and just back to farming.
Now, we do have to take notice of the jungle Enigma, as he has been completely uncontested at this point. No camps were blocked. They didn't even try to, you know, send...
G getting caught. S4, the right click. There's the Astra coming in. Stomp might go, and it will, but G bottling back up, getting regen. S4 backing away. Jotum looking for a Brain Sap. He's got it. S4 booms. Jotum gets the kill with that Brain Sap. Easy stuff there.
Yeah, I actually thought G was going to be in a little bit of trouble there, but nice usage of that regeneration rune. Was able to bottle through the in between the auto attacks and ends up actually getting a kill in the end, so baiting S4 in just a little bit.
Yeah, G's play has been impressive throughout the tournament, and honestly throughout the past couple of months. Top lane, Sidoi, please not again. Stomp's gonna go. Berserker's Call. No, Kuroky doesn't pop the animation. Looks like he was too far away. Another canceled TP, this time from Jotum yet again, and well... All right, that's like 200 gold down the drain, but that's okay. As long as he's just making sure his team survives, it's okay. No worries.
Well, Bane and Enigma with that unfounded synergy.
This is what I love Modpax for, man. He just finds the craziest stats. He's just like, did you know that when these 3 heroes combine, they make Voltron? And I'm just like, what is the statistic coming out? So...
Yeah. I mean, it does make sense that Enigma offers a lot of AoE disable, whereas Bane offers a lot of single target disable. Yeah. So add them together, you've got some flexible disable.
1 + 1 equals 2, if that's what you're getting at here. I understand completely. I can do some math.
I'm not too sure why those heroes are necessarily successful together.
Something causality, correlation, I don't know. I'm not a stats man. Modpax, help me out here, buddy. No Tail, looking up the top rune spot. 6-minute rune spawn coming in. A lot of contention over these runes, no surprise there. Lycan does get his Midas pretty early on, 6 minutes, not bad, but he is going for the Midas. He's not rushing a Vlad's, he's not rushing a Medallion, so... not super surprising, but... Stomp, G is gonna balling away. He was getting caught out, and... he's going to survive for the time being. That was a lot of damage coming in, but no actual kill.
Misery does have a haste rune, but he's just going to run into 6 Eidolons and turn back around. How is the Enigma jungle going? He is level 6. It's 6 minutes in. He's got half of a mech. So he's doing pretty decent. I think an ideal timing for a mech is between 10 and 11 minutes. So I think he's still on pace for that mech timing.
Sidoi getting dove in the top lane. He's fine. He's just going to pull the group wave back to his tier 2 tower and just get some farm here. Sitting at 11 last hits and looking at Misery, he's also at 11. Level 5 for Misery. Sidoi sitting at level 4, so Misery's doing a bit better. It's tough to contest an offlane puck, it feels like, at least in this game. Because
he is also against a dual lane.
Exactly. I mean, it's a dual lane, and they don't really have much kill potential, especially with a Lycan. With Bane, you can lock him down once he's 6, but that's about it.
It looks like they're actually going to try to bait Sidoi in the top lane. I hope that he goes on him so that this Enigma can make a nice clean rotation and get off the black hole. But it doesn't look like they're actually too interested in this fight right now.
Every Enigma's wet dream getting a black hole off early on in the game. 2 or 3 heroes caught in it. Not going to happen, though, this time around. G's going to look for Puppey, and Puppey will grab himself no TP to get out of dodge, though, and he's in some trouble. Astral Stomp might go, and S4 jumps in. What a big jump coming in from S4, but the ball lightning, they can get the kill. There's the black hole coming in, and Yole's got 2 on top of him as well. S4 getting low. Phantom Strike on cooldown for a bit. They get 1. Will they get 2? Triple kill coming out for G. Misery counter Dream Coil coming in, but where's the follow-up? Kuroki's a bit late to the party. Ice Bath comes in. G's going to get right-clicked down. They're looking for Sidoi. They cannot catch him out of position. And that is going to be an interesting trade when it's all said and done. 3 for 1. And that's the big black hole we were talking about coming out from Yole. And that's going to get him even closer to his mech.
Really nice play coming out from VP there. I think maybe there was a little bit of miscommunication on Secret's part. It looks like everyone decided to rotate towards that fight except Kuroki. I think maybe had Kuroki been there just a little bit earlier, it looked like he was farming up one of these neutral camps. That might have gone a little bit better, or I think either everyone has to come or they just ditch Puppey and say, look, you're dead, buddy, and not continue the chase. But in the end, they actually get 3 for 1, so a really solid fight coming out from VP.
Really awkward engagement coming out from Secret, like you mentioned, and I think that you're absolutely right. They should have just left Puppey at high and dry. And sometimes you have that feeling where you just want to go back in and maybe try to turn something around, especially with one of the big abilities expended, but...
I mean, it looked a little promising. I mean, maybe, you know, if S4 gets a crit or 2, that's completely different, but it was not in the cards today.
No heart of the cards coming out for Secret, at least not yet. They do have the Axe, Blink Dagger. The RNG might be real with the counter helix. No Battle Hunger, obviously. Not a big fan of that ability, even with the buffs. That ability's just gone from the game, it feels like, and he'll head top. He'll start roaming around looking for something. He might head to the jungle to farm a bit more, as there's no real openings yet, as everyone from Virtus.pro are in the jungle just farming. BZZ especially, who now is getting close to his Vlad, and in fact, he probably has a blink. They will go on to G with the Storm Spear, but he just ball lightnings away. There's no follow-up damage there, and he gets out. No problem.
Yeah, they actually need at least 1 crit to happen from S4 on this PA to get that kill, but no crits available. Actually, he's getting pretty unlucky. I think that's 2 engagements in a row where he actually doesn't get any crits, so...
He's not, again, no heart of the cards coming out for Team Secret. S4 is begging Ice Frog for a crit. He is walking in a stylish fashion right now. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but he's gliding currently. Excellent stuff. Well played, Valve.
What is happening?
In fact, the animation of the portrait's not moving either. Good stuff coming out. Good bugs.
What is the portrait?
It's her, like, half of her face and then kind of her chest again. It's like the CM bug all over again, man.
No, my portrait on CM is really tiny.
Like really, really tiny?
Not CM, I mean PA. Yeah, like, it's really tiny and it's just on the bottom left. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just seeing, like, it's like her lips and then her torso. So
we actually are saying different things. That's funny.
The bugs are the best part about this, man. Forget Dota. Just let's cast bugs all the time. Let's go to effigies, bugs, and cosmetics. That's how we're gonna make a living.
Alright,
TP into the top lane. G's
Secret
looking for a pick.
Really good job of stacking for this axe. He's actually going to be extraordinarily farmed. He has up to 61 CS. I think he's cleared 2 or 3 stacks into the jungle, so...
One way to win this game is see Kuroki snowballing out of control. Kills can do that, and giant stacks can do that as well. G is looking for a jump. Yole, he's going to walk in. Blink, Berserker's Call is going to go. Poison Touch, Stomp as well. Good Ice Path to save his life momentarily. Black Hole is available. Mech gets off, and they don't have enough damage. No counter helix. Prorax really coming through to dish out the damage. Misery, Haysterd coming in, though, and they will chase after Sidoi. Pops the Dream Coil. Earthsplitter's going to go. Waiting Rift. Sidoi is going to get hit up with the ultimate coming out from the Elder Titan. They have to back away. They're turning towards Yole. Kuroki's going in. Berserker's Call did go. Jaunt through, not going to be there. Malphus keeping Yole alive for the time being, but they're still chasing after him, diving past the tier 1, even getting close to the tier 2 tower, and Yul heads to the mid lane. Kuroki blinks in, though. They're looking for this kill. Slam jam, they're going to find it. Kuroki chops him up. Chopped liver indeed for Kuroki as the Axe gets his first jam in the game.
All the while, though, BZZ was doing Roshan, so I would actually say this is a positive for Virtus.pro. A lot of time committed from Secret.
Oh, and they do get the ultimate for Jottam out. S4 about to die. Long range hit from G will get the kill. Now they're looking for Jottam, chasing after him. Might be a 1-for-1 exchange in this fight. The Calling Blade comes through from the Axe. And now Sidoi getting turned on. He should fall here, but oh, BZZ on the hunt as well. G gets 1 kill onto Puppey. Now hop to high ground from G. He's going to look for more right clicks. Can't get the kill onto No Tail. They turn their attention elsewhere, but there's no one to find as everyone's gotten out. You look at Misery. He pieced out of there, but he has no TP scroll. He's in an awkward spot. He's going to find BZZ. Jaunts through. Says, hi, how are you? I'm out of here. Please don't kill me. There's no follow-up, and Misery just walks calmly by the BZZ Lycan, who's just farming the Ancient Stack, clearly.
Alright, Valve. Okay. Never mind. PA has returned to normal status.
No, not for me. Definitely not.
Okay, well, more normal than it was. When I just looked mid at PA, there was just a circle, and then I saw weapons, but no hero.
So this is what you get for not having the Arcana, man.
Yep.
S4. You gotta get on board, man.
Did they fix the Arcana bug? Because I actually don't think you should be using the Arcana in pro games if they haven't.
What's the bug?
Well, let's see if this... I don't think this is going to be a successful gank. Right.
No, it was not if you were talking about the gank mid.
Yep. And so the bug was, let's say you were attacking Roshan.
Okay, well, hold that thought. Blade Berserker's Call. You're never going to get this thought off as Kuroki jumps in. Drip Crawl onto Jottam. TP rotation, they might want to cancel that. No, Yul's going to come in. Black Hole at the ready. Nightmare up onto S4. Yul's looking for it. Might just use it onto S4, but he gets it onto 3. Instead, Black Hole, Macro Power coming in with the Ice Path. Feeds grip onto Kuroki coming in. BZZ wants to wreck him. Puppey gets the last second Shallow Grave off. Berserker's Call. Kuroki will fall anyways. And that is going to be a 2-for-1 exchange at the end of the day. And they will push the tier 1 tower off the back end of this.
Yeah, really nice black hole coming out from Yul on this Enigma. It's a really nice play. And they end up getting 2-for-1. They do lose the Storm. I would say probably their most important early game hero, but at the same time they get 2 cores out of Secret, so...
Big getting caught out.
Yeah,
easy kill coming through. Nice Storm Spirit play. By the way, no Orchid first on the Storm Spirit. He's just going in with the point booster casually up at as his first item besides his Soul Ring and Treads, so...
It's not a build that we actually see too much, but maybe they're thinking that they have better late game with the Enigma, Storm, and Lycan, so...
I don't think they're wrong.
Yeah.
I guess the PA can be a factor,
I mean, the
but...
PA...
Oh, alright, I see the bug you're talking about now.
Oh, it's happening again! What is this? Look at his weapons, just like... I don't know what this is.
Sidoi is going to get caught out in the animation. Well, Sidoi, he actually is going to TP away, but this Phantom Assassin model just doesn't want to work, man. It just doesn't want to work.
Maybe
that's the highlight of this game 1. If there's anything you guys take away from game number 1, it's don't play Phantom Assassin with cosmetics that S4 has, which is the Karo, or whatever. At this point, it doesn't matter. Smoke of Deceit coming out from the side of Secret. They're going to head towards the mid lane. See if they can find anybody bottom, but Misery might be the hero.
1 in his last 20 matches on Elder Titan.
It's disgusting.
That is actually one hell of a stat. I wonder if you can say that about any hero for any other team.
I don't think so. Zai, Wraith King, 17-1.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. It was 16-0.
It was. And then it was the Dota Pit game, I think.
Just had to go ruin it.
Was it Dota Pit or Summit? I think it was Summit, actually, now that I think about it. Blink Berserker's Call. Kuroki going in into Jottam, but good. Maleficus to stop the counter. He looks Brain Sap. Jottam staying alive. He does have his Fiend's Grip. He needs to get it off. Can't do so. Gets called up. Kuroki looking for the kill. He gets graved by Puppey at the last second yet again. Will he get a kill on the backside of this? Berserker Call misses. On the other side of things, G does get crit by S4. They're going to back up. No re-engage yet from either side. Stifling Dagger going through. Yol getting chased down. Stomp's going to fly. It's going to hit on the Diol. He doesn't have Black Hole. Ice Path coming in. Now the Stifling Dagger goes. Eidolon's S4 is thinking about jumping in. Questioning his entire life decisions here. Throws up the Stifling Dagger. Yol takes a lot of damage, but still backs away. Some very aggressive engagements coming out from both teams. Thank you, Bot Pax. I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh, someone in Twitch chat just said, what's PA Arcana bug? So let me go back to that really quick.
Yes,
so
please.
If you were doing Roshan, let's say, there's like an enormous crit animation with the Arcana. Like it makes like another model or something. Or some huge particles when you crit. And you can actually see it through fog. So
yes,
I'm not sure
I remember that now.
if it's fixed. You could actually like see it when they're doing jungle or ancients. It's like a very significant bug.
That was at the beginning, I think, when the Arcana was like a week or two old, I believe. And
I mean, it lasted at least a month, I know. But
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's been fixed yet or not. But I don't think... I mean, unless you're not entirely sure if it's fixed, you just shouldn't use it in a professional game.
So maybe that's... Yeah, I think that's why the Arcana is not used for most pro players. I mean, they might have it, but...
I know EE was actually using it when the bug existed, and I was like... Oh boy.
That's how you lose games, man. That might be why he lost the summit too.
Yep, that's exactly why.
That's it. We're gonna blame it on a bug. BZZ caught out. Wayne Rip does go, and he is in some damn trouble. Can't shapeshift, and there's the jam from Kuroki. He actually popped the shapeshift, and that does put it on cooldown, by the way, even if it doesn't get off. How unfortunate. That's down for about 80 seconds. Ball lightning. G does pick up a rune. Like just kind of awkwardly going in and making sure.
So, if we go ahead and take inventory of this game, it looks like VP does have about a 6,000 net worth advantage. You know, 2,500 experience or so. They do have a significant tower lead, as they are going to be going on S4 with the Storm jump in. Jakiro follow up. Is it going to be enough?
I think yeah, it's gonna take a bit, but.
But they are going to get the bottom tower.
Virtus.pro is just like, we need some MKBs, man. Just everybody build MKB. Good way to counter her. Don't do that. Virtus.pro are going to push mid. They're going to pop up the liquid fire. And force a glyph on the tier 2. I gotta say, Virtus.pro have come out with some composed gaming thus far. The Lycan pick has been doing okay, but G has been playing out of his mind on the Storm Spirit. Yol free farming in the jungle. I think the supports have made a lot of really good plays for Virtus.pro so far, and Secret just haven't done that much with his Axe. I mean, he's meant to be snowballing, and he's really not right now.
I think, well, Axe I think has done a great job this game. The problem is that they're going to run into is S4 has nothing right now. He has a Ring of Health, treads, and I'm very concerned that his item progression is not going to be enough because... I mean,
he's missing a hero, man. That's all that needs to be said.
Well, once the Necro 3 is going to come out, I'm really concerned for Team Secret. They're going to have a BKB pretty soon on this Enigma with the mechanism, a Book 3 on Lycan. Combining that with the Liquid Fire as well as the Yules on Jakiro, it's going to be very difficult to take these fights. You know, even if they get a nice Axe jump in, if Jakiro is able to just Yules Ice Path and then they blow up Axe, the PA is not that much of a threat at the moment.
So do you think BKB at some point for Kuroki in this game then?
Yes. I think you Blade Mail into BKB will most likely be what he chooses.
Well, he's going to have to farm up that BKB as he does finish up the Blade Mail, which you just talked about. And it looks like they're posturing for top lane, but neither team wants to commit at this point. Is there still an Aegis? No, there is not. BZZ was the one that killed Roshan. Roche timer about a minute, and then it's up again. So, first game so far not disappointing in terms of aggression, action-packed, 11-8 the score. What more could you ask for, ladies and gentlemen? Well, maybe like 50 kills, but someday.
I wonder what S4 is actually going to opt to build, because he does have that Ring of Health, so is he going to continue towards the Battle Fury, or is he going to determine that it's, you know, too late for such an item? Maybe he goes back for a BKB first? He definitely needs a BKB. I
feel like if you I usually don't say this too often, but if you go back for an item, if you have this Ring of Health and you don't complete the Battle Fury, it almost feels like it's a defeatist mindset to a certain extent, but it's actually just the better option probably. It's a tough choice to make for S4 regardless. He does have 2,000 gold in the bank, and He'll look to spend it relatively soon. He doesn't want to keep that gold saved up too long.
I think at this point you definitely go for a BKB. Because the B Fury, it's just not going to offer you too much in terms of survivability, and that's definitely something that they need to worry about right now.
They're going to start cutting, I think, the jungle off for them. He won't have really the avenues to farm, and even with the Battle Fury, it doesn't really matter as much. And
G actually cancels his regeneration rune on these neutral creeps. It's a little unfortunate for him.
No. It's the best rune for a Storm Spirit G. Right? I guess I would call it the best rune.
Yeah, it is the best rune.
By the way, I gotta commend you. I was watching your puck play last night. It was quite something. And I don't mean it in a bad way. You were flaming yourself, you were getting down on yourself. You were playing well. Gods was commending you, I think, to a certain extent. It was a nice play.
Well, that's how you get better. Be hard on yourself. Easy.
Just flame yourself constantly.
Yep.
At some point, it's just too much.
Oh, he actually does finish the Perseverance, so it looks like it is going to be a Battle Fury. You know,
he's going full.
I mean, I think this choice is okay because, you know, you don't really want to rush BKB because then your BKB timer's not going to be so good in the late game, and it's pretty clear that Secret are actually just going to be looking towards this late game, and it's going to be interesting to see how the late game unfolds.
Black hole is going to be a major issue. BKB is going to be completed soon for Enigma, and there's nothing that can really stop it at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, you do have that threat of having the Elder Titan PA, which can actually just win you the game. Because the Spirit onto one of these carries, let's say like Storm or something, and then PA just jumps in and you get a huge crit. And
you're just dead at that point.
You can just start one-shotting people.
Age is taken for BZZ yet again, so with Lycan, your main goal is taking objectives, and he's done just that. He's taken Roshan, they've taken a couple of towers, there's still a tier 1 tower mid, and that's a huge objective for Virtus.pro to hold on to. It means that the enemy team can't get into the Radiant jungle as easily and stop them from pushing in and being aggressive. And there is the Crimson Guard coming out, and now we might see the BKB for the Axe. And Crimson Guard this game, pretty good against the Wolves, the Eidolons, I'd say, and just general right-click coming out from Virtus.pro.
The Necrobooks as well, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually like this pickup a lot. It's going to mitigate a decent portion of the damage that Lycan is going to have going this build because he has 3 damage sources, so it's going to do a lot of work against the Lycan, but it's not going to save these buildings.
Oh, S4 going in. There's the Ice Path. Feeds grip onto S4. Dreamcoil cancels it though. Dual Breath, S4 Brain Saps, he should fall here. The right click should be enough. They already take down Elder Titan. They turn to. G gets a double kill. They're looking for more. Misery's going to get caught up with the Ice Path. There's the Urn Charge as well. Waning Rift going. He's going to try to jaunt away. Will he make it out? Yes, onto the other side of the trees, but they do see him more than likely. Sentry on the ground just to get vision for John, and they get the kill. 3 down.
That was a really cute sentry placement. Not a lot of people would think that you place a sentry for vision, but it does work.
Black hole just to correct and connect and kill Croak. Yes, he was getting graved and TP'd. And
this game is slowly just slipping away from Secret.
Virtus.pro are pulling out of their minds, man. It feels like.
Yeah, they played definitely a super solid game. I think it was, you know, we always talk about Enigma in the jungle. If you don't contest his farm at all, it is very, very risky because you are going to, you're basically just giving up an experience and gold advantage early in the game.
Virtus.pro Polar already waiting on the other side of the bracket. Now, again, this is a best-of-5 series, and this game is certainly by no means over, but you have to wonder, is this going to be the year of CIS Dodo? It must be all that Bane synergy, man. That's it, exactly. Mob Pax, you called it. Even though they were across the map, by the way, killing 2 different heroes, but that's the synergy coming through.
That Bane Enigma synergy.
It's too strong. So, what do you do now? We talked about PA getting farm. They're starving out the jungle. He still doesn't have his Battle Fury yet. We talked about late game, but I don't know,
PA
man.
needs at least 3 items. He needs Battle Fury, Abyssal, and BKB.
Gee, I don't know about this. He is going to get stomped up. They don't have Battle Hunger or Berserker's Call for another couple of seconds. Misery was looking for a coil. No Waning Rift, though. And G jumps into 3 heroes, and he's actually saved by Yule Scepter, I believe, from No Tail. So Virtus.pro looking to connect and continue onward here. Midnight Pulse is going to go through. There's the Yule Scepter coming in. Misery, Dreamcoil onto 4. Yule, BKB's looking for a hole. He might find it. There's going to be the Earth Splitter coming in. S4, Fiend's gripped up. They don't lose a hero. Sidoi does pop off, though. S4 getting low. He will get brought down by G. There's the Coin Blade. The age is now done. Coming in, Kuroki getting caught out. He should get right-click to death. Nightmare will save him for a moment. Puppey does grave him. Kuroki will Berserker's Call yet again. He does get a double kill with the slam, but he still falls in the end. It is a 4-for-2 trade, and they will move forward and take this tier 2 tower on top of it all. And every single fight that Virtus.pro take, they are trading so effectively.
Yeah, I think that's a Rex at very minimum. This game is actually going to be extremely hard for a Secret to come back in. They don't really have any AoE teamfight ults on top of this Elder Titan to sort of come back into the game. Sure, they have the Coil, but you know, that's not a spell that does a tremendous amount of damage.
Well, certainly not when it's level 2 and when it's getting to the point where Virtus.pro are getting tankier and tankier by the minute. G continues to well away at the tower. Might have stayed too long. They really want this tier 3. Waning Rift going into G. He's in some trouble. Has his Bloodstone. Does deny himself at the last second. G making sure he doesn't give anything away. Assault Cross now done. Jotum is going to make his way out. Stomp. No way in time. Even if it was going to go. BZZ picks up a lucky double damage rune. The Blueberry Muffin now for the Lycan. And 28 minutes in. And they do get the tier 3 tower. No Rax is down yet. And you've got to find something if you're Secret here, man.
Yeah. And I think this actually just comes back to the laning choices from Secret. They didn't get enough out of these lanes to really justify the picks.
Ice Path.
Puppey's in, yeah, he's just getting two-shot by this Lycan.
Good old double damage rune. He would have died regardless. Observer Ward catches out BZZ, taking the enemy Ancients. Misery is sitting on the high ground with the blink. Ice Path comes in. They might turn this. In fact, they're going to jump in. Misery, Waning Rift. Dreamcoil only onto 1, though. Jotum, Brain Sap. Misery going to try to get out. S4 jumping in. Earth Splitter. Jotum does get the Fiend's Grip off. S4, can he get a kill before he dies? He stays alive, but the Black Hole from Yule onto 2. Kuroki getting caught out. The right click from BZZ. They're looking for more. Misery still Crimson guarded up, and he is going to get phase shifted, now melted. Double kill for BZZ. It is a team wipe, although Puppey wasn't a part of it. He was the first to die and the first to respawn as well. A Secret now. That is a 24-13 kill deficit. A 15,000, almost 20,000 net worth disadvantage. And experience-wise, it's about the same. And BZZ and Co will look to take their first racks of the game here. At least they'll try.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it comes back to the laning choices coming out from Secret this game. Not really putting Axe in a position where he wins his lane. I mean, it's a tri-lane against a solo. Obviously, he's going to do well in his lane, but I don't think they got enough out of this Axe pick. Because in the end, PA just completely suffered because he was in the mid lane and constantly getting ganked. They did a lot of nice rotations from the Enigma as well as the Bane, making his life a complete living hell. And I think Secret are running out of gas this game.
Let me ask you, assuming the game continues on the way that it does go, would you say that Secret got outdrafted or outplayed, or a little bit of both in this first game of the series?
I mean, you can say outdrafted in the sense that I don't think they set up their lanes correctly. I think it's very important actually when you pick something like an Axe against a Lycan, that you 5-man like the enemy jungle or something, just so that you can start getting vision of what they're doing, because without that information, you're just sort of guessing.
Sidoi is going to fall down to Kuroki with a Culling Blade. A nice pick off, but they need that times about 20 or so. And I feel like they should have done that a bit earlier on in the game. They even tried to do so, but not working out in their favor. Puppey up under the high ground. He just walks right into a Fiend's Grip. S4 is looking to maybe jump in, and they're just going to go full YOLO mode here. S4 gets Nightmared up. Now Kuroki jumps in. Big Berserker's Call. They do take 2. Kuroki already taking a lot of damage. They were looking for the Culling Blade onto G, but he ball lightnings away. So, okay trade. And BCZ chasing in, though, but Kuroki's going to get pulled. Now the Crimson Guard is down. Kuroki's going to get right-clicked by BCZ, and he's on the hunt. Misery getting hexed up. Stomp coming through does stop the aggression from Virtus.pro. Stifling Dagger from S4 pushes them back further, and they will move up to the high ground and actually just TP away and get out of dodge. So
Yeah. I mean, that's probably about as good as a fight as you can hope for Secret at this point. Trading 2 for 2. VP did not have the black hole available with the BKB in that particular team fight, so that's all you can ask for right now from Secret.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're taking fights like that, especially outside of their base, that's the most important thing. You take a fight like that inside your base, you might take some collateral damage. A building might fall, a Rax, a tier 3, what have you. But outside of the base, you give yourself a chance to fight another day, even if you don't have buyback.
I think the main issue that Secret are having right now is the farm distribution. This PA actually, the PA needs to be the most farmed hero on their team.
Jump in, Puppy, Vortex. Can he get the Grave off? Yep, just in time. No tail, getting pushed back. They are timing past this Rax. Misery comes in. They do pop the mech for Yol. He does get Dagged, stays alive. Astro coming in, pops the BKB. He wants to get back in and maybe Black Hole. TP coming through. This time from Puppy. All heroes alive on both sides. Misery looking for more. Blink forward. He's looking for Draughtum. He's got a Dream Coil. Ooh, that Coin Blade. Kuroki stopped the animation for a moment there, and they will just take it down with pure right click after the Nightmare was taken away. Now the Necro unit summoned, and it looks like Secret live another day here.
Yeah, they do end up losing the tier 3, so I think it's just a matter of time before these Rex in the mid lane fall to the Necro usage, as well as the, you know, the zoning potential that Enigma has right now.
It really just comes down to how long can you stave off this aggression until S4 becomes somewhat relevant in this game, because every single time he's been ice papped, he's been locked down, he's been Vortex, he's been everything in the game, and
he needs 2 more items, so he needs BKB and Abyssal. Like, he's not going to do enough damage with just BKB. He's going to be more significant in these fights because he's not going to get locked down by either the Storm, the Ice Path, etc. But he can still get gripped.
Kuroki is going for a pretty solid item in the situation that they're in. I think he's going for the Aghanim Scepter. He actually has enough money at about 200 gold if that's the item he is going to choose. And should he go for that, that is going to help them kill heroes a lot quicker. I mean, the threshold with Scepter is 625. And some of these heroes are still pretty squishy. A lot of them have tanked up, but Bane is still... Actually, man, all these guys are pretty tanky.
Jakiro is actually, I think, the least tanky hero, which is pretty surprising considering he was the offlaner.
Yeah, that is... and we talk about his strength potential at level 1.
He has no stat items, actually.
Blink, Yule's Force, yeah, nothing that actually gives him strength. In fact, you can see it. It's like plus 20 intelligence. I don't need to be beefy in any other category. No, I'm not very agile. That's fine. So, Yodes or Sadoy, whichever you want to call him. Yoda's. Well, they're going to jump back at a rush.
Yeah, Secret's only chance here, I think, is to stall the game off long enough to where S4 on this Phantom Assassin gets to that 3-item threshold, gets a couple crits in these fights, you know, bursts some heroes before they can actually do anything.
I mean, this is a Big Daddy Elder Titan we're talking about. This is a Kuroki Axe. This is a Puppy Dazzle. They have the tools to come back into the game, but it's going to take a lot. BKB goes. Puppy now getting caught out. Big black hole from Yol onto S4. Big Daddy No-Tail gets pulled in. S4 pops the BKB. Yol does get it countered now. S4 still low, going on to BZZ, but he stays alive. Dream Coil not doing much. 3 dead already all day, and No-Tail is going to be the 4th coming out. Maybe even the 5th for Misery, as GG is finally called. That was the last fight Secret had of the tank in the first game, and 31-16. Virtus.pro already up on the board, 1-0 in a best-of-5 series. Oh, what a game it was coming up from the CIS squad.
That was extremely well played by VP. I was very impressed by their play this game. It just seemed like every fight, they just played a little bit better. You know, maybe it could be